Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News.
Good afternoon. The news continues at 12:30. Bill Bryant and Barbara Bailey reporting for WKYT.
A southern Kentucky teenager is recovering after he survived a fall from a cliff.
The 15-year-old slipped and fell while raccoon hunting near Lake Cumberland in Pulaski County last night.
WKYT's Phil Pendleton talked to rescue workers about the difficult task of saving the boy in our top story at 12:30.
I'm actually in Burnside. I'm told the cliff where this happened is very remote, very difficult and unsafe to get to, but they tell me that the cliff looks very much like where the railroad trestle goes across Lake Cumberland. Now, this all happened last night about midnight. We are told by the captain of the Tateville Fire Department he doesn't know how this boy survived. He says he is very lucky to be alive. The boy slipped on some leaves, fell 20 to 50 feet, then fell another 100 feet or so. The rescue took more than 4 hours, and once they got down to him, they decided to lower him another 100 feet or so to the lake instead of hauling him back up. The area was very hazardous. It was dark and cold, and firefighters tell me they had a lot working against them.
Steep cliffs, slate rock that drop off into several different areas. They don't just slope off into the water. So a lot of them are straight down cliffs that slope off from one level to the next level to the next level, and that's what made it so hard. A lot of them, you got briar patches, you have logs that have fallen over.
And again, this happened really late last night, but I'm told that is the ideal time to be hunting coons. But the boy had a positive attitude about things. He said, well, at least I was still able to get 4 coons. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Phil, thank you very much. And the teen apparently has his arm broken in 2 places, also broke his leg, but is expected to eventually be okay. Now, firefighters spent the morning battling a house fire in southern Kentucky. This is a picture of a home on fire on Barberville Street in Corbin. The home is split into apartments. The News Journal reports a couple and their son heard an explosion in their kitchen and escaped just before the fire started. Someone living in the downstairs apartment also made it out to safety. Investigators are looking into the cause right now. After a warm weekend, we're tracking some big dips in our temperatures.
WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris is here now with an early check of the forecast. Micah?
Yeah, it's unfortunate because, you know, Monday you don't want to start it off like this. It's not a good looking day. We're having the drizzle outside, the rain, and now we're going to have to deal with the temperatures. And you can see it's not much. There's not much showing up. You're going to get some sprinkles and some drizzle, but that's about it. It just doesn't make for a good afternoon. And 39 now in Corbin. Now we're starting to see, because it was just 52 degrees there in Corbin just an hour ago. So now we're starting to see that cold air filter on in the southern zones too. 35 in Frankfort. You guys have been pretty cool all morning long. All right, so as we go throughout the next few days, it looks like about 45 degrees there by Wednesday. We'll really start to tap into some milder air as we get toward that midweek. But it's after that we really have to be watching very closely. And I'll go over the latest details because our temperatures drop off the map, and that really takes you off into Valentine's Day too. I'll show you that in about 10 minutes.
Micah, thank you. Part of I-75 reopened this morning after a deadly crash. It happened near the Madison County line last night. The coroner says a woman was ejected from a car that ran off the road and then was run over by several other vehicles. Her name hasn't been released. A second person in the car was taken to the hospital.
We're tracking the investigation this afternoon into 2 violent carjackings that happened early this morning. The first one happened on East Loudon Avenue around 3 a.m. And then just about 15 minutes later, someone stole another car from the Farrington Apartments on Laredo Drive on the city's south side. In each case, the victims were women, including one who has 7 children. Police who live, or that is people who live in that area of each of the carjackings, say they're worried.
I'm hoping that they can find them as quick as possible, because it's going to be very, very dangerous for the neighborhood and the people and the families of this neighborhood.
Police say it is too early to say whether the crimes are connected in any way.
Still no cause on a fire that destroyed a dairy barn over the weekend. UK owns the dairy barn on Drummond Drive. Smoke and flames could be seen from more than a mile away. We talked with firefighters this morning who say they're still investigating. UK says there were no cows in the barn and no one was hurt.
We're learning which local Radio Shack stores will be closing. The company filed for bankruptcy protection and announced it will close thousands of stores around the country. And the closures include the Hamburg Center, as well as Fayette Mall and Nicholasville Road stores in Lexington. Locations in Paris, Winchester, and Danville will close as well. If you have a gift card to Radio Shack, we asked the Better Business Bureau what you should do.
Radio Shack's customer service line does say that you can use those cards and they would be honored until March 6th at their stores. So go shopping as quickly as you can. If you can't get out, it also says they'll take them online.
Some of those stores will become part of Sprint. Well, TurboTax is back to e-filing some state tax returns. The company temporarily suspended the service because of concerns that crooks were filing fake returns. TurboTax says the fraud is not a result of a breach, and they have now beefed up security. Kentucky stopped processing all electronic returns because of the TurboTax problem. They hope to start again as early as tomorrow.
There's new research on why your lower back aches.
And can a hot pepper a day keep the fat away? Ebony Williams has the details in this Better Living report.
Adding some spice to your diet may keep you from gaining weight. That's according to researchers in Wyoming who fed chili peppers to mice already on a high-fat diet. They found capsaicin, the ingredient that gives the peppers heat, stimulated the mice's metabolism and prevented obesity. Researchers in Australia asked almost 1,000 people what they were doing before their backs started aching. They found most had done physical tasks in awkward positions. Being distracted or fatigued while doing activities also increased back pain. The study also showed back pain was highest between 7 a.m. and noon. And Danish researchers say there is no link between using oxytocin during childbirth and ADHD in children. Doctors sometimes use oxytocin to induce labor. Scientists looked at about 500,000 births. More than a quarter involved oxytocin. They found fewer than 1% of the babies were later diagnosed with ADHD. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Ebony Williams, CBS News, New York.
Hope you keep it here on WKYT News. We have a lot more coming up. It's your chance to fall in love with lacrosse. We'll learn about a special match that's set for Valentine's Day at Georgetown College.
Also celebrating Kentucky's flourishing wine industry. Who will win the Commissioner's Cup? And our Wood Songs preview brings us the music of the Hollow Bodies.